Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasati Gaur Bhakta Vrindam Vaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasati Gaur Bhakta Vrindam.
Good day, Haribol, and Namaste. Welcome to this Thursday Yoga Talk. I am Nefa of Philippine Yoga Academy, and you are here with me in this show where we give you all about the bits and talks of yoga under the sun and beyond. We give you all the life stories of people that will inspire and help us through our yoga journey. So this afternoon, yoga promotes clean eating, and it is now conducive and accessible due to the emerging plant-based products and its industry. So let us know few secrets on how to easily transition and adopt a vegan lifestyle from the owner of the only vegan food, Cebu. Our guest is a homegrown Cebuana. She is currently based in Manila for work. She works for Alipay as part of the international legal compliance team. One of her most loved pastime is traveling and exploring other parts of the world. In fact, she had traveled over 31 countries already and aiming to visit 40 countries before she turned 40s in 2 years' time. As a pure Cebuana, she is known to touch the other people's heart through her voice. She's also a strong advocate against human trafficking. In fact, she dedicated herself to support those organizations that help assist human trafficking survivors. As a part of her lifestyle, she just newly embraced a full plant-based diet started last March for health reasons. But as she learns more about veganism, she is now committed being a vegan to save Mother Earth. In her current journey, she is dedicated to create awareness about veganism. For this reason, she was able to start a vegan grocers in Cebu last year, and it offers a variety of ready-to-eat cook, ready-to-heat frozen plant-based products. And you can also find some milk substitute, vegan shakes, cheese, ice cream, and more. So to tell us more about her passion, business, advocacy, please help me welcome Miss Cathy Chong. Hi, Miss Kat.
Hi, good afternoon. It's a pleasure and honor to be here and be able to share about my newfound passion and how I turn my passion into, a business.
It's nice to hear that you have started to create a business out of your passion, which other people are aiming to do. So, Miss Kath, welcome to the show. I'm very glad that you are here with us, and I'm very excited to know what can you share to us this afternoon. So let's get started. How are you right now? What do you do? Whom do you do it for? And yeah, just let
Yeah,
us know.
so I'm feeling great. I'm a bit nervous. I
Me
never
too.
had, speaking engagements, but I mean, it's good that because one of my goal is really to raise awareness about plant-based diet and vegan lifestyle. So I'm happy to share this here. So yes, I'm good. A bit stressed with work. So I mean, I have a full-time job. So I work for Alipay Philippines. So if you're familiar with Lazada Wallet, so we actually
Mm,
operate Lazada Wallet. And at the same time, I'm having the vegan grocer in Cebu. So actually, it's my sister who's managing the operations. So she's helping me with processing the orders, deliveries, and yeah. So I'm feeling great as well. I'm feeling great. I think I've started doing full plant based since last year during the lockdown. During the
wow.
lockdown because I yeah during the lockdown because I thought like, oh, maybe it's easy for me to discipline myself not to eat meat because I will have lesser opportunities to eat out, and I can
Mm,
just cook here at home, and I'm able to choose the type of food, and I'm able to avoid certain types of food because there are certain types of food that I'm allergic to. So especially dairy, there are some restaurants that they use dairy a lot. So it actually helps me, uh, being on a lockdown stage. I mean, as an extrovert, I felt horrible because I get energy from people, but also at the same time, it helps me develop a disciplined lifestyle where I can do exercise at a certain time and also watch the food that I'm eating. So yeah. So I mean, from that time on, from after 1 year, it's actually exactly 1 year that I'm doing full plant based. I lost about 8 kilos, but of course, weight is a bit relative because when you do exercise, you actually gain more muscle, so you gain more weight
mm,
because muscles are heavier than fat. But I saw a transformation in my body. Some of my body parts are now more toned compared before, but it's still a lot of work. There's still a lot of work, and I don't plan to stop. I plan to continue and really develop a disciplined, healthy lifestyle, not only for my body, but for my mind and for my soul as well.
Wow, very inspiring. That's what that's what other people should understand, that there is a hype when we are able to experience this transformation within ourselves as in through engaging with some activities. And your story in itself from the very beginning of this show is quite energetic, you know. So um I'm glad to hear all about that. And yeah, keep pushing. Keep pushing and pushing. So Miss Kath, can you lead us through what do you mean when you say vegan lifestyle? What was your definition? Why did you choose to be a vegan, or what is a vegan lifestyle to you?
Oh, so for me, vegan lifestyle is really being mindful about what we eat and how we being mindful in terms of the things that we purchase, because vegan is not about being healthy. Actually, I just realized, with me reading a lot of documentaries and reading a lot of articles about veganism. So I thought I would, I told myself before, I will never be a vegan or I will never be a vegetarian. I mean, as a Cebuano, we're known to be lechon eaters and meat eaters, and lechon is my favorite.
Yes.
And so I
Yeah.
did once told myself I will never be a vegetarian. But here I am right now. I'm doing plant-based diet and also trying to have a vegan lifestyle. So I started out with food. So I avoided. So I mean, for the last 3 years, actually, for the last 3 years, I've been trying to avoid eating meat. So prior to doing full plant-based, I was vegetarian for 2 years. And then I don't know, I was a bit vegetarian and pescatarian because when I was doing vegetarian, I was eating a lot of tofu. I was drinking a lot of soy milk, tofu, but then I realized I'm
Yeah.
also allergic to soy and tofu. So I shifted to pescatarian. So because I need protein, so I was hoping that the seafood could provide the protein that I need. And then last year, that's when I went full vegan. But aside from food, I'm also trying to shift my skincare products. So
Mm,
now I'm being mindful about the skincare products and the makeup products that I buy. I want to make sure that they are cruelty free and they're made of natural products that don't have any animal ingredients and are not tested on animals. Even with the shampoo we use, the body wash we use, I wanted to make sure that it's cruelty free because I just realized that um, I mean, I watched the conspiracy documentary, and the conditions of the animals in the slaughterhouse, it's horrible, and
yeah.
I cannot imagine myself, eating a meat, but then when they turn into meat, they went through a horrible situation. They went through like a not so nice situation, and and of course, I mean, we humans, we also don't want to go through what they went
Yeah.
through. So I felt like, and also with the global warming issue, um, the more animal farming, the more there is I mean, the higher the demand for meat, right? And then the higher
Yes.
the demand for meat, then there needs to be animal farming. And actually,
Yes.
animal farming contributes a lot of carbon footprint, to the environment, which is
Yeah.
damaging our environment, and that's why there is global warming. And then global warming, in effect, would result to many calamities like tornadoes,
Mm,
storms, typhoons. So it's a domino effect. It's a domino effect, and that's
yeah.
why um, and that's why uh, in my own way, I wanted to be able to help not only the animals but also the environment, because there is no plan B. This is our home. this is our planet, and there's no other planet that we can live. It's
And
only Mother
living,
Earth. And if we don't
yeah,
take care of it, then we might lose it eventually. And I mean, I don't have kids yet. I don't have kids, but of course, I also care for the next generation. What type of Earth would they have if at this time we don't do something, we don't take care, and we don't take the initiative to help save Mother Earth. So yeah, it's actually what we're doing right now is actually for the next generation.
yeah. I can totally relate with that because um, there is a saying that self care is not only taking care of the self, but taking
Yeah,
care of each other. So when you are saying right now that you have developed some empathy towards other living entity and its domino effect to the globally, then it's a nice thing that yeah we can do something within ourselves in our own little way to help the world. That's one thing that is very very important to realize that if we cannot change the system in our government, the system in the social platform, then those things that we can change within ourselves is very tangible, and I can
true,
really relate to that.
true, true.
To add also to what you have said a while ago about the horrible thing that you have seen when the animals are killed. In yoga perspective, we acknowledge that any type of killing is sinful. So so whatever is the energy that whatever is the energy that you get within this world is contained within. So if you get some energy from the food that you eat and you inflict some pain to other living entity, then you are not exempted by the law of nature. So that is one of the law that is there in yoga science. Anyway, we will not
Yeah.
be indoctrinating our viewers in here. I just want to focus more on how is it for you when you start to be a vegan. How did you start? Can you tell us the
Yeah.
story and walk through?
Okay. Actually, a few years ago, I was sickly. I was sickly, and I was complaining to my dad that I always have this tummy problems. I always get sick, and I remember my dad saying, if you don't want all of these problems, just be a vegetarian. And my dad is not a vegetarian at all. He's not actually he sort of like at the age of 40 he was being mindful about what he eats, no, because he had a mild stroke, so he stopped eating lesser meat, and he would eat fish. And then when I started complaining to him about because I was always in the hospital, I was always with the doctor, and he told me, "Oh, just go vegetarian." And I told myself, "No, I cannot do that because I'm a meat eater. I cannot be a vegetarian." But anyway, I was in Bangkok when I was open to this idea of being a vegetarian. In Bangkok, it's a vegan haven. There's a lot of
Mm.
vegan restaurants, so it's easy to actually transition to veganism. So I remember we had a fasting in our church. So I go to a Bible believing church. So I'm a Christian. We had a 40 days fasting, and we can choose whether we do food fasting or liquid fasting, or you fast from sweets or coffee. I chose the Daniel's fasting. Daniel is one of the Bible characters in the Old Testament, and Daniel fasted for 40 days, but he fasted. He fasted just he fasted with meat. He didn't eat meat. He was just eating fruits and vegetables for 40 days. And after he fasted, his face glowed. Right? It was written in the Bible that his face glowed. So I wanted to try that because it's easy. I mean, I don't have to not eat meal, but it's just that I need to avoid meat. So I actually did it for 40 days. And after that, I felt great. And I told myself, hey, I actually can do it. I can
Mm.
do vegetarian. Of course, I was still taking cheese and dairy, but to be honest, I'm also allergic to dairy and cheese. So any types of dairy, any types of produce of the cow, of the animals, I'm allergic. So that paved a way for me to focus on vegan food. And in Bangkok, it's there's a lot of vegan restaurants, and I even thought of bringing or franchising one of the restaurants in the Philippines, but it's a bit complicated. So
Yeah.
yeah, I started with as a vegetarian, and also that time I was dating a vegetarian, so it's easy. It's easy somehow that guy somehow he influenced me to go vegetarian or vegan, because it's easy when you go out to eat. When you eat out, then it's easy for us to pick a restaurant because we both, you know we are
Yes.
both vegetarian or vegan.
Yeah.
And yeah, so everywhere I go, I always make sure that I eat in a vegan or vegetarian or in a restaurant that has vegan options. So I downloaded, to help me with that, I downloaded an app called Happy Cow. So
Yeah, it's helpful.
yes, I got to discover this app when I was in Sapa, Vietnam. I visited Sapa. It's they also have the man-made rice terraces, and I overheard from the other female travelers that they are using uh, this app to know which restaurants offer vegan or vegetarian options, and it helped me with my travel. So and I got to try like local veganized local delicacies of, like,
Yeah.
for example, Vietnam, Nepal, and India. Nepal and India, I mean, because they are known as a Hindu and Buddhist countries, it's easy to find. Like, actually, all restaurants have vegan and vegetarian options. I was like in heaven when I was there, because it's all vegan, it's all vegetarian. Yeah. So actually, the main reason I went for vegetarian or vegan is for health reasons. For health reasons at first, and then later on, I realized, okay, I'm doing this for the animals. I'm doing this for the environment. So the more you know, the more you understand why you're doing a certain thing. So I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad to go vegan for health reasons. It's
Yeah.
I mean, it's a start. It's a start, and that should be our motivation, because I always believe that I wanted to be healthy. I wanted to be able to do the things that I wanted to do while I'm still alive. If
Yeah.
because if you're sick, then you don't. For example, I wanted to travel. So if I'm sickly and I don't have energy, then I'm not able to travel. So I want to live a, my best life, and I think God wants us to live our best life.
Yeah.
And if I'm only able to do those things, I'm only able to do the things that I am called to do if I'm healthy.
Yeah. Totally said. Per- Perfectly said. Yeah. Active lifestyle needs some quality food. Simple
Yes.
as India. So for you to be able to there I'm emphasizing this one because I can relate to what you are saying. If you only knew also what I do, there are a lot of things that we can do when we are active. So for you, you were doing a lot of things, and I know that that you have your own grocery, you have your own person life, and you have your passion. So yeah, um, eating quality food will really help us to get active. And talking about your passion, so let's dive into what made you to start your business after you have shifted being a vegan, being a vegan.
Yeah. So yeah. Let me go to that. Okay. How we started. How we started. Okay. So last year March, right? I started doing full plant-based diet. So I've been ordering food online, and I there is also a grocer nearby my place in BGC. So I live in BGC right now. So there's a grocer called Real Food, and they're not really vegan, all vegan stuff, but they also have like meat and stuff. But they also have a section where it's all vegan, plant-based meat. And I started ordering, and I actually like it. Like, for example, the first product that I tried was one of the products that we sell in Cebu as well, Meatless Philippines, like lechon paksiw. And I said, I really
Wow.
miss lechon paksiw because I'm from Cebu. I miss lechon. And when I tried that, I was like, oh my god, like it tastes like lechon. So and the more I eat, the more I try new stuff, I always think of Cebu. I know. I mean, I'm in Manila. I've been away from Cebu for a long time, but my heart is still in Cebu. I always think of Cebu. I mean, that's my home, and so I always think of Cebu. And when I was eating all of this stuff. I mean, I was ordering and and trying to enjoy this plant-based meat. I thought of there's nothing like this in Cebu.
Mm.
There's nothing. There's no plant-based. I know there's Ananda Marga. I mean, we used to buy like veggie meat from them, but it's not widely being
Popular,
I mean
spread,
sold
popularized.
in Cebu. So I thought, okay, maybe I could bring some of these products to Cebu and start selling and make it available to Cebuanos. So we started
Mm.
with meatless PH products, and then it became we actually now we're selling like more than 100 types of products. So but basically the products that we bring in Cebu are actually my personal favorite. So I also wanted to make sure that I like the product before I sell them in Cebu, because I'm the social media manager of our
Yeah.
business. So when I promote a product, I wanted to make sure that I like it, because I
Yeah.
cannot promote something that I don't like. So it's really those are really my personal plant-based favorites in Manila, and also we sell some important products like Beyond Meat, which I tried the first time in Bangkok, and also
Mm-hmm.
Omniport. And yeah, that's why it's easy. I mean, for a Cebuano meat eater, it's easy for me to transition from pescatarian to full plant-based, because the taste is somehow similar to meat. Like the
Mm-hmm.
food that I eat is amazing. It's amazing. And knowing that Cebuanos are meat eaters, I knew that
Mm.
time that this will help them transition as well, because it tastes like meat. You wouldn't
Mm.
even know the difference that it's made of plants, because the taste and the timpla is really the same as how we cook adobo or lechon or yeah. So yeah, that's how I started. So, and that time my sister, because of the pandemic, because of the lockdown, she lost her job. So I wanted
Wow.
to also sort of like help her, feel good about herself, that she's not only sitting at home, but she's doing something.
Mm.
And she's helping me. So I actually talked to her like, hey, while it's pandemic, while you don't have a job, can you help me with this business? Because of course, all the bulk of work would be on her. I mean, I'm in
Yeah.
Manila. I'm supporting remotely, so the bulk of work. So it's actually helping her as well earn an income, and at the same time, so I'm trying to like empower her to own this, also to own this business, because this is a family business. And I didn't
Mm.
want her to feel down that she doesn't have a job. So that's why I sort of offer her to actually not offer, but try to convince her to help me.
Yeah. Maybe we can aid our viewers, because I know that you have prepared something, so that whatever that you are telling in your story, they can see it. So I will add to the stream the one that you
Yeah,
have
yes,
showed me
yes,
a while.
yeah, yeah, sharing, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. So there's it's already on. So you've started in June, and yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah,
can you
and
walk us
and
through?
yeah, yeah. So I mean, this is the name. It's very simple. Actually, I didn't have time to think, thoroughly what should I name for my business. But I just thought, okay, I'm only selling vegan food. So that's why I
Mm,
came up with this name, only vegan. It's very straightforward, very straightforward. Not really creative, but it speaks. But I realize actually that people are not really familiar with vegan term.
mm, yeah.
And it's an opportunity for me to explain what vegan is, because I have some customers, they ask like, are you really sure that you don't sell meat? And then I always tell them like, hey, the name of the business speaks for itself. But then I realized they don't know the term. So it
Yeah.
actually gave me an opportunity to explain what vegan is. So the reason why I name it only vegan food, because our aim is just to sell only vegan. food or beverages. But of course, later on, we could expand to non-food items. So my vision, my vision is to be Cebu's favorite, easily accessible and socially responsible vegan grocer. So it's a big ambition, but I hope it will materialize. Of course I want us to be the Cebu's favorite because I want people to always come back and buy from us. And I'm so glad that I have so many repeat customers in Cebu. I didn't
Mm.
expect actually. I didn't expect that the plant-based and a vegan or vegetarian community is growing in Cebu. And I'm
Mm.
actually at the right time. I'm positioning myself at the right time because the future is vegan.
Yes. Yes.
More people will become more aware of the impact of meat eating.
Mm.
And with that realization, with that awareness, people will surely shift to plant-based.
Yeah. Well, I will add to that. When I started my vegetarian journey 18 years ago, it's not as conducive as right now that you
Yes.
have, that there was someone like you who will have this idea to put a store. Okay. Because we ourselves, like me, I don't want to sell something too. And I just want to eat immediately. So, so it's nice that right now, after 10 years of having this awareness and empowerment, now there's someone like you. Come on, go
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, actually, it was a bit of a risk because I know Cebuanos are meat eaters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
and
were
I was like, oh my god, would this click? Would they eat? But then one of my goals and one of my missions for this business is really to create awareness about how a plant-based diet can be good for our bodies, which I can testify that it actually made a lot of difference in my body. And then how can this good for the animals and for the planet eventually. So I mean, okay, if people don't buy my products, but at least they know, they're aware that I mean, they know that they can always go to our store if ever they change their mind, if ever they wanted to try something different.
Yeah. It's not only your business is not only for the profit but also for a cause in a larger scale.
Yes, actually, I'm not sure if I'm if I'm earning a profit. I mean, right now the goal is to establish the brand name, to make people aware
Yeah.
that there are healthier options, that there
Yeah.
are kinder options in the market.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm so excited what will come up next in the slide.
Yeah. So I'm kind of like a late bloomer. I mean, I'm already 38 years
Mm.
old, and I'm just starting this business. Actually, I'm a bit of a risk. I'm a bit of a risk averse when it comes to business. I mean, I come from a Chinese family. My dad is Chinese, but he's never into business. Actually, in the family, I'm the
Mm.
only one who's business minded. And I remember when I was in college, I used to sell snacks to my classmates, and I never expected to become an entrepreneur. Actually, I wanted to become a CFO because my background is accounting. I wanted to become a chief financial officer, but right now I'm sort of like a chief compliance officer. And I never thought of doing a business because I know how stressful it is, to establish a business. But I felt like I needed to do something. I felt like I needed to start something. And it's never too late. I'm 38 years old, and it's never too late for me to start something new. And I felt like I found a new passion, and I wanted to turn this passion into um, something that will benefit other people. And true enough, some of my customers are actually they are cancer patients. They're cancer patients, and they appreciate that I offer this kind of products. And those type of feedback really makes me it encourages me because there are a lot of times that I wanted to quit because I was like, this is so stressful. I mean, I also have struggles with my business, like inventory management, which I am going to in my next slide. So we only
Yeah.
have limited resources because this is only a family business. I cannot
Mm.
afford to hire like a full time. So my sister is helping me, and my sister-in-law, actually my sister-in-law doesn't have a job, but when I invited her, she was happy that now she has a job. And of course, we have limited resources. Uh, at first, I was having a problem with inventory management because we only use Google Sheet. But now, no, recently I just bought a POS system to help me with so that we can see real time sales and real time inventory. And one of the struggles we have is the moving products. But of course, as a business person, you want your products to move fast, okay?
Yeah.
But some of our products are not really moving fast. Maybe because some of the products are expensive, and some of the products, people are not aware of, or
Familiar.
maybe they're familiar. They're not willing to try. But it takes time. I get that it takes time for people to be aware or get to know or to like products. And some of our products are obviously expensive because I have to ship them from Manila to Cebu. So of course I have to add the shipping cost in the pricing. And another thing that I'm sort of like struggling as well is, of course, I'm managing remotely. Good thing that we have Messenger, we have Zoom, so I can quickly communicate with my sister. So I also have a full time job, so I cannot really focus on my business. Another struggle I have is social media management because I think right now people are online. I mean, no
Yes.
one goes to store right now. I mean, only few people go to the store and buy. Most of the time, people just order online. And
Yeah.
for us to be able to sell, of course, we have to be very active in social media. We have to engage the customers. So I always have to think. I'm not a social media manager. I don't have any course on digital marketing. So,
Yeah.
but what I like about doing this is um, it makes me creative.
Yeah.
It activates the creative side of me because I'm an accountant, so I'm compliance, or it's always like the left hand left brain. So, but
Mm-hmm.
doing this business actually uh, encourages me to tap on my creative skills. So, and yeah, so social media manager, I have to think about what I post every day. I need to make sure that what I post, would encourage people to buy the product. So I have to convince them that, hey, you need to buy the product. So yeah, and then of course, knowing the fact that Cebuanos are meat eaters, of course, not a lot of people buy from our store yet, but I see increasing demand now for plant-based meat. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. And with all the groups, the Facebook groups we have now in Cebu, we have vegetarians in Cebu, we have vegans, we have Cebu vegans. So I'm glad to
Plant-based
see,
Cebu. Yeah.
yes, plant-based Cebu. I'm glad to see that the community is growing. And of course, product accessibility, because we only have two locations. We are in Mandaue, which is our house. I bought a big freezer, and then we have a small physical shop in Ayala IT Park. So at least the two cities are represented. But of course, we're far away from Lapu-Lapu, we're far away from Talisay. We don't have a presence there. So the products are not easily accessible by those people who reside outside of Mandaue and Cebu City. And also, we have customers from Boal, I mean
Coming from
from
far
San
away.
Reme, yeah, from Remeo, and frozen products. It's a bit tricky to ship frozen products to these places. So we are
Yeah.
actually only able to ship non-frozen products. But I do have one customer from Boal. We were able to make it happen. So she was able to order from me, and we just put it in a styrofoam and put a dry ice. So that one we were able to accommodate. And actually, we have one customer from Bacolod, we were able to ship frozen products to Bacolod as well. So we do cater to some customers if we're able to do so, but as much as possible for our frozen products, it should be shipped within 24 hours because the dry ice would only be effective for 24 hours.
Yeah. Wow. What you have shared this afternoon, the slides that you have, it's already a kind of lecture wherein some business owners might be struggling in their future businesses. And it's very helpful that you have laid it out because not all people, when they venture into business like this, taking the risk and and pinpointing exactly those struggles are quite you're giving them now the idea how it is. So
Yes,
I really
yes.
commend you. I really commend your effort for showing it right now. Okay, so
Yeah,
you can continue.
yeah. But I mean, we identify the struggles, and I'm trying to see, okay, which areas can we outsource this? For example, social media management. I mean, I don't have to
Mm,
do it by myself. I can outsource this to freelancer social media managers. But of course, it will require cost. So
yeah,
I have to balance, I have to weigh whether I am willing to pay the cost or I am willing to do it by myself. But of course, it will affect my other activities in life. Of course, I still have to work. My work is also demanding because my job is a bit of a tough job. So those are the things that you can actually weigh and maybe think of outsourcing it to a freelancer or a third party service provider.
yeah. That's nice to hear. Okay, so wow, target market.
Yes. So this is our store in Ayala. It's very small. It's 12 square meters. Actually, I wasn't expecting that I would be given an opportunity to have a shop because the main goal, because of pandemic, I was initially thinking of just doing it online. But I think to create, to expose your brand, you have to be physically present somewhere. They need to
Yes,
be able, if you want to establish your brand, you need to, be somewhere and show your brand and actually what I like about having a store is that even people who are not going there specifically to buy our products, when they pass by, they get curious and then
yeah,
they ask questions and then while I was in Cebu in December, I was so happy to explain about why I went for vegan, how what is the benefit. So I actually it sort of it made me excited to share. So I'm happy to be able to share my personal journey with doing vegan diet or plant-based diet. So basically, our target market would be for those health conscious families. Actually, our goal is not only for an individual person, but for the whole family. We've
mm,
had we have customers where, they buy vegan spam from us because, they wanted their kids to eat healthier. And it's perfect that, we were able to offer, vegan spam or vegan fried chicken or vegan nuggets, which the kids actually enjoyed it.
yeah,
And we also wanted to target the working class and the millennials who wants delicious plant-based meats and we want it to be easy for them to because most of the products are ready to cook, ready to heat. So as a
yeah,
busy, I'm also busy. And actually some of these products help me because some of the products are just ready to cook, ready to heat. So I just heat it in the microwave. So we also wanted to encourage, busy people to eat healthier using our products.
mm,
So yeah, and of course, I mean, I wanted to also target people who are going through treatment. Some of our customers are cancer patients, and and I wanted to give hope, to those under treatment that healing is possible.
Mm.
with the food that we using the food that we eat. I mean, healing is possible with plant-based diet. Healing is possible with vegan diet. So that's what we're hoping as well, that we are able to cater to patients, cancer patients, or to those who are not feeling well. And hopefully, our products would make them feel better.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah. And so this is actually our team. So we have all women. So it's a family business empowering women. So I own the business, and then Karen is my sister, younger sister. She's like the general manager. She's like she responds to your messages in Facebook and Instagram. And then Jessica is my sister-in-law. She helps man the store in Ayala. And then my mom, she's our cook. So we have one product where we have vegan lumpia Shanghai, in which we use omni pork ground. And she's actually every time we have party, she always cook lumpia. And our friends really like her lumpia. So I thought like, oh, mom, maybe you can make a lumpia using omni pork ground, using and offer it to our customers. So she's the cook, and it's good because it I feel like I'm empowering the women in the family, and giving them encouragement that you can actually be a business owner. I mean, you don't have to feel that you're too old to start a business. And at any age, I mean, it's never too late. I mean, I'm 38, but I think it's never too late for me to start something new.
Wow. As young as you are leading by example.
Yeah, and last one, I wanted to share our business aspirations. So in the future, I really want to have a real grocery shop offering all vegan items, food and non-food, and also in that shop, I could have like a mini restaurant where if the customer wants to eat, we can just reheat the frozen products, and then they can eat in the grocery. So I mean, that's a dream. I mean, it's okay to dream, right? So
Yes, yes,
so
yes, of
the
course. It's free.
yeah, it's free to dream. So that's my dream, but I don't have the resources yet, to have a grocery shop. I mean, we can start small, and I'm glad
Yes,
that we have started small, and we never know. We never know what future will bring us. But this is my
this
aspiration. Yeah.
yeah. Um, let's talk about how do you deal with your naysayers, those people that, yeah, um, have you ever encountered anyone, yeah, that's opposing to what you believe, and how do you deal? Like, for example, yeah, you're selling a plant-based food, but you still have to cook it with oil, something like that, as simple as that. Or come to think of
Oh
it,
yeah,
it's still
yeah.
it's still it's still a frozen product, cold cut. So how do you deal with that, with the real food? So how do you deal with those kinds of things?
I mean, yeah, I get those kind of feedback. Like, some customers are very particular with the ingredients. Like, for
Yeah.
example, some of the customers don't like coconut oil because I think
Mm,
coconut oil has also some like adverse effects and stuff like that. I mean, we get those, but for some reason, I don't get discouraged actually, because I mean, it's better than eating meat, you know.
yeah.
But what we're offering is actually kinder. What we're offering is cruelty free. So we're actually having what we do is making an impact to the world we live. So I don't get discouraged, but it's an opportunity for me to be aware. Like, for example, some people don't like coconut oil. So the next
Yeah.
time I source for products, then I wanted to make sure, okay, does this have coconut oil? Then does this have saturated? I mean, some of the products we sell are still processed. Okay, it's still processed. Of
Mm,
course, there's sodium content, there's
mm,
some preservatives, but if you compare it with a processed meat, ours is still better. Ours is
yes.
still the products we sell still has minimal effects on your health.
Yeah. Well,
of course, we always tell, like, for example, our bestseller is vegan chicharon. And that
wow.
chicharon, yeah, vegan chicharon is a bestseller. Amazing. And we indicated that there's 1.5 to 2 grams of 2 milligrams of salt. But we always tell the customer, hey, you can only eat 1 pack a day, because because it's very addictive. It's very addictive. So we always remind them, hey, recommended to eat just 1 pack because it has a sodium content. And I think the dietary requirement for salt is only in that range, 1.5 milligrams. So we
Yes.
always remind our customers as well, like, hey, don't eat too much vegan chicharron. Yeah, because it's salty, and yeah, I mean, we also, the good thing about the business is that we are able to get feedback and at the same time
Mhm.
consider their feedback. Like, for example, one customer said, "Oh, your cheese is not that she ordered like what was that cheese, but she said it didn't melt." And so it gave me an opportunity to go back to the supplier, like, hey, supplier, your cheese is not it's not melting. Can you improve your product? And the supplier is open to constructive feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we wanted to improve. I mean, this is not I mean, we're still we're still trying to innovate the product. Let's say, for
Yes.
example, there was one customer who said, aslum ra kuno kaayo ang, what's this, the lechon paksiw. I mean, for a Cebuano taste, So I went back to the suppliers, like, hey, maybe for Cebuano, can we lessen the vinegar maybe and stuff like that. So it's an opportunity for us to improve the
Hmm.
product and innovate. I help our suppliers innovate because of course I'm not the one who innovates, it's our suppliers. But yeah, and I even heard from people like, oh, why do you name your product vegan lechon paksiw when it's not pork? So why do you say lechon? I mean, it's not. It's those are really little things, no. You don't want to make it a
Yeah.
big deal, but I also get their point. I want to listen, but I think, let's say, for example, with that feedback, I think for people to easily transition and easily accept, to eat such a product without meat, then might as well name it as vegan lechon paksiw. Then they might be convinced that, okay, this tastes like lechon, and I'm never going back to eating real lechon. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I had I had one conversation with that, the same thing, when a person is trying to say that why do you borrow some names from the meat like produce when your products is not the same
Yeah.
as the real thing. So the answer to that is we cater those people who wanted to taste the taste of the real thing, but the kinder way. So
Yes.
and then another thing is it doesn't matter about the name but what it does as our the cause and the movement that we are creating in here. So um, another and the layer of that to uncover is the meat industry is quite shaken for this, that there are emerging
True.
industry that is coming in that will really compete to the industry. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons why people are justifying what they do, but the real question is when will you start to keep looking on yourself for better health, for better life, you know, and for a better world. What is your contribution? So having this conversation right now, this is an open forum for a business minded like you, and for all those people also who are into this as we I know when I started being a vegetarian 18 years ago, it's not the same as now. It's
Yes.
not the same. In our days, we hid ourselves that sometimes people, when you say, I'm a vegetarian, oh, you're a vegetarian, there's still an oh, Right now, no, I'm a vegan, and vegan, okay, you're a vegan. That's how people react nowadays. And and if you can see it also in other establishment like other restaurants, other cafes, they're offering many options now for people to
Yes.
easily grab. And yeah, the industry is emerging, and I'm very glad that you are one of those people who's putting one of your feet on that risk. And good luck to you in the future. Now, my last question maybe is, because I know that you have shared a lot of insights this afternoon, is what will be the greatest impact of only vegan food in Cebu will be making in the future?
Yeah, so I believe that our presence will encourage our presence in Cebu will encourage more Cebuanos to try plant-based diet, plant-based meals, or vegan diet. I mean, we're not pushing Cebuanos to go full vegan. I'm sure it's
Yeah,
impossible for many people, but we wanted to encourage people to eat less and less meat. And for
reduce.
them,
Yeah,
reduce, because the lesser you eat meat, the greater the impact to the environment. And our Mother Earth is dying. We don't realize it. We don't realize, and the cause of deforestation in so many parts of the world is because they wanted to establish an animal farm, and the higher the demand for meat, the higher the deforestation activities.
yeah,
So I just want to make Cebuanos aware that our environment is dying and we need to do something about it. You don't have to go full vegan, just eat less meat. And we are able to help Cebuanos, you know, find plant-based alternatives while still satisfy their cravings.
yes.
So yeah, and at the same time, we're not just only a business for profit. We wanted to be socially responsible, and in fact, this month is Women's Month, right? And we've actually pledged a portion of our sales to help the programs of Girls Got This. So Girls
Mm,
Got This is a nonprofit organization that helps young ladies, young kids, develop their skills, whatever, if they are into sports, then they help these kids develop their skills. So I wanted not I want to be socially responsible. I want my business to be socially responsible. I want my products not only to impact the health of many people, but also be able to have an impact to non-profit organizations such as this organization. And in the future, we would like to help organizations that help take care of animals, like for animal welfare. And eventually, whatever we do, has a domino effect, and eventually it will have an impact to the world we live. So I really wanted to to contribute to a better better place to live, a better earth to live.
mm, wow. It's it's nice to hear for all those aspirations that you have, and truly you are very amazing in every little thing that you do. And I'm very glad that you are here in this show to share you us those magnificent insights this afternoon. Miss Kath, how do people will connect with you if ever they have some questions about what you have presented this afternoon?
Yeah, they can follow me in actually it's in my they can follow me in Instagram, so the CATHY Chong, or you can message me in Messenger or in Facebook. So if you have more questions, actually, yeah, so I'm passionate about what I do, so I'll be happy to share, and also give you some tips on how you can transition to plant based. And also, if you are into fitness, I'm not, my body is not that perfect yet. But I can also give you some tips on how to, with your fitness journey. So I happy to share that.
Wow. Um, Last but not the least, being a vegan for how many months or how many years?
1 year
Um,
exactly. 1 year
yeah.
exactly.
What was your greatest realization? You can say it
Ah,
in 2 words or 3 words.
be kind. Be kind.
Okay.
I think be kind.
Yeah.
Be kind not only to myself but to others, to the animals, and to the environment.
Wow.
Be kind. I can speak for myself because sometimes I'm not kind to myself. I'm very hard on myself. I'm an achiever, and sometimes like I'm too harsh to myself. But then I learned that I can be kind to myself, and if I'm kind to myself, then I'm able to show kindness to others, to animals, and to the environment.
Yes. Um, we have some viewers here that show their love to what we discuss. So hi Trixie, thank you for joining us this afternoon. Hi Arlene, thank you for being with us. Um, yeah, it's been in a very great afternoon for the two of us, Miss Kat, and I'm very very happy that you are here. You are sharing your aspirations, your great dreams, and most of all, we are inspired with your realizations that yes, we can live in a world, a kinder place to live in.
Yes.
So,
Thank you so much for having me this afternoon. It was fun. I had
yeah,
fun.
yeah. I will be looking forward to visit your store in Ayala because I just keep ordering from online.
Yes.
Yeah. And mind you, yeah, the one that I bought from you, it's the what they call the spam. Yeah,
Yes, the
the
vegan spam. That's one
spam.
of our bestseller.
Yeah, one of the nice thing that I've tried. I think to add all of this, no, just apakapin. um, some people don't realize that it's not hard to transition being a plant-based eater. Sometimes you have also to indulge in a guilt-free
Yes,
and a nicer way, and
yes,
having all the techniques, having all the secrets to have that, you can easily adapt this kind of lifestyle. So Miss Kat, thank you very much, and I hope to see you very very soon.
yes, yeah.
Yes.
I'm actually flying to Cebu tomorrow, so hopefully.
Wow. Yeah, you can greet your friends right now. There
Yes,
are
yes.
people who are seeing you right now. You can shout out Miss Cat. There are
Hi.
people. Yeah. A while ago we have more than 10 viewers. So maybe it's one
That's
of your
good.
friends. Yes. So that's it. See you very soon, Miss Cat, and thank you
See
very much for
ya.
your
Thank
time and
you.
energy.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Bo. Namaste. There you go. It has been a very nice afternoon for all of us to have those insights that if you want to make a business from this emerging industry, plant based industry, it's easy if you're living the lifestyle and if you know how to adapt to this kind of lifestyle. It's easy when you have those informations that will help you to easily transform your life adhering this plant-based diet. For all of you who are always tuning in every Thursday, our goal here is to empower people to give informations that yes, it's easy to pick quality food, quality life, quality engagement so that we can live the best of our lives. If you want to join some of our um, programs. And if you want to contribute something, you can help us by liking, sharing this page, and uh, catch some of our programs in our page. And we are growing something for you to help you to uplift your consciousness, to raise your awareness, and to transform your lives and help this world to be a better place to live for all of us. Thank you very much for tuning in. And See you again next week. I will leave you this song to help you relax. See you next week.
Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana, Mohana. Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana, Mohana. Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana, Mohana. Govinda Rama. Thank you.